Look where I am.
TGIF. Thank goodness it is Friday, and welcome back to my channel. This is Tim, and I'm doing this week's and last week's Frugal Things video. So, I've been a little bit behind, and I honestly didn't have much to put into a video for last week, and I think my last video was on a Monday anyway. So, I just waited about 2 weeks, and now I have 9 frugal things to share with you. I have 6 frugal wins and 3 frugal fails. So, I will go ahead and let's talk about the fails first. So I threw away a whole bunch of food. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, I never go to the grocery store. And so I hadn't gone shopping for a while, and I ate out a lot. And as such, a lot of the food that I had in my refrigerator and pantry and freezer had gone bad. So I ended up kind of just purging and throwing a ton of food away. I didn't even look at it, I just threw it away. And that was definitely a big frugal fail, one of my yearly goals actually, but I'll insert a frugal win here, and that's that I went grocery shopping. You saw that clip at the very beginning. I actually went to the grocery store and ate the food this week, so that's one fail and one win. They kind of cancel each other out. Another frugal fail is that yesterday I missed my bus. I left right at about on time. You know, I usually leave at about 5:27 to catch the bus at 5:31, and sometimes it's early, so that gives me a couple minutes to get there and wait. And yesterday, the bus drove by at 5:30 on the dot, which was a little bit early, and so I didn't want to be late to work, so I took a Lyft. It was like $13, but I will insert another frugal win here, which kind of cancels that one out, and that is that yesterday I worked both jobs. I worked my day job, and then I had to go to the hotel. And I had my food that I took to work, because I went grocery shopping, and I meal planned, and I took some spaghetti. And last night, I really didn't feel like eating spaghetti, so I ended up having Wendy's, which I have allowed myself a little bit of money to splurge. You know, $9 at Wendy's. It's not going to break the bank as long as I don't do it 3 meals a day. And so last night, I got some Wendy's and didn't eat my leftovers. I figured I'd save them for today. And then I got off work, caught the bus, started heading home. I made it halfway home before I realized I left all my food at the hotel in the refrigerator. And at that point, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I could have left it, but I wouldn't be going back to work till Sunday, so that would mean that my food would be left in the fridge for a couple of days. There's some salad in there, which probably wouldn't last, and that would be wasteful. And also, I don't know how often they clean out the fridge, and I'm not there very often, only a couple days a week. So for all I knew, I'd go in on Sunday and my stuff would be thrown away anyway. So I knew that I needed to go back and get my food. And then I thought, well, it's already late. I need to go to bed because I wake up at 5, and I'm going to take a Lyft. I'm going to get off the bus, take a Lyft back to the hotel, get my food, take a Lyft home, and be done with it. But I talked myself out of that too, so I ended up riding the bus back to the hotel, got my food, and then started my journey home again. And so I got home about 45 minutes later than I would have, but I used the bus pass that I already have, and so that kind of cancels out the fail of taking a Lyft to work in the first place. And let's see, one more frugal fail. I had a weak moment and went to a little bit of a shopping spree. I think what it is I am kind of celebrating being in my apartment for a year, so there was a few things that I kind of wanted to freshen up, and I've been doing a lot of my shopping through Goodwill lately, so the appeal of getting something brand new was kind of heavy, and I had some extra money, so I will preface this by saying that I did not have any overdraft fees or go negative or anything, so the money was used, but I could have used it toward other things, and I should have used it towards other things. So I went to Target, and I went to IKEA, and I went to Home Goods, and I accidentally spent about $250. So, you know, there have been some bigger fails, but the stuff that I got, nothing was super frivolous. It was things that I've been needing to update, or I've been shopping around for, or I got on a sale anyway. So I stand by that. I think it was good for me. There's probably a little bit of retail therapy in there too, but overall I stand by what I did. It was just a frugal fail, so I'm documenting that here for you. I guess one more frugal fail that I should mention, which is kind of loosely tied into this, is that I did not really budget in the month of May. I kept meaning to get around to it, but I just never made a budget, and so I tried to just not spend, and that's why I ended up with a couple $100s at the end of the month that was just kind of sitting there. And, you know, I paid all my bills and I did all that stuff, but then I ended up going shopping. So I think if I had budgeted for May, I probably wouldn't have been as inclined to go shopping. So I think that the shopping spree and not budgeting kind of go hand in hand. So I guess that makes it 10 frugal things for the last 2 weeks. But that's it for my fails. The rest of my wins are that I checked my credit score and I'm above 600, and that's important for me because when I very first started looking into getting better with money and, you know, cleaning up my act, I think my credit score was like 400 and something, like 415 or 450, something really low in the fours. And I only know that because I was trying to move into an apartment and, you know, they check your credit score and stuff for that. So I haven't really been making meaningful strides in the last couple years to get better at this. I've just been trying to pay off, you know, some things that are out there, and, you know, the credit card I paid off not too long ago probably helped, but I am over 600, so I feel pretty excited about that, and I think it's a goal of mine to keep that going in the rest of the year. I want to see where I'm at the end of December. Let's see. Another frugal win is that I got a gift card of $10 at the hotel yesterday for a bakery because my name was mentioned on Expedia. One of our guests really liked my service, I guess, and so because my name was mentioned, my work gave me a gift card for $10 for the bakery. So I'm going to treat myself to lunch a couple days, and that will go toward that. And then today I found a quarter in my bathroom at work. It was just on the counter, so I like to think that someone left it there as a gift. And if you do laundry with coins, you know what it feels like to be 1/4 short of an entire load, and it sucks. So I grabbed the quarter and I pocketed it, and I'm gonna put that toward my quarters for laundry. So even the little things are counted. I think that my very last frugal win is that I did borrow my sister's car last week. She flew out of Portland, so I got to use her car for the week, and I parked on the street, and, you know, it ended up being like $12 a day if I kept refilling the meter, but I forgot to refill the meter twice, and so I ran downstairs, and I was really worried I was going to have a ticket, and I was like, that's going to be a fail, and I didn't have one. So even though I left the car unattended for 90 minutes without a ticket, I didn't get a parking ticket. So I put the money in the meter, and then I forgot again, and was half an hour late again, but I ran down and there was still no ticket. So I was lucky twice, and by doing that, I ended up saving myself like $1 or something that I would have had to pay in the meter, just because I was forgetful. So it was dangerous. I could have very well been ticketed for, I don't know how much those are, like $60 or $80 or something, but I didn't. So that was a win. By chance, it was a win. But there you are. Those are my 6 wins and 4 fails for the last 2 weeks, and I will talk to you next time.